Yo, what is going on? How's everybody doing? Sorry I'm a little late. Took me a little minute to kind of get everything together, but I am. Well, you probably can't hear me because my phone's all over there. But what's going on, everybody? This should be a good one. Going to be doing my new Mets design. Well, I should say sneaker design, I guess. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask away. I'm being here, designing for a little bit. We're going to see how far we're going to get. I'm excited about this one. Some people don't know I actually grew up, baseball was my first love. And what's going on to the chat? I see everybody in the chat. What's going on, guys? Good to see you guys. All right, that is enough talking. Let's get started here. And as you can see, I already have my sketch. Got my sketch down. And I guess the question is, where am I going to start? And let's start off with the eyes. Burrito, what is good? Good to have you back, Burrito. And I already see we already have some requests. All right. So I'm going to start off with the pencil tool. I almost said the pen tool. Start off with the pencil tool. All right. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trace everything I have in front of me. All right, cool. Let's start with the eye. Let's see. So the whole goal is to copy what I did. And by the way, I'm doing this in Adobe Illustrator. That was one of the questions people asking a lot the last live. So can I draw supersonic? I'm assuming on live, can I draw supersonic? Hey, I'm a big fan of Sonic. That's like, when I grew up, the first video game console I had was Sega. I wanted Nintendo, but somehow Sega made it into the house. I wasn't mad at it, though. And which was the first? I think the first game I got was Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. And I immediately, I played Sonic 1. That seemed a little easier to play, but, the game with Tails is where it was at. We can kind of sort of play two-player, but not really. Next, I'm going to work on this eye. You know what? Why draw the eye when you could just use an oval shape? There you go, because that would be the easy way. But yeah, I could do supersonic. Maybe the next live. Yeah, if you guys have any ideas of what I should do or what you would like to see me do, definitely drop it in the comments. I always love to hear from you guys. Whoopsie daisy. Because right now, between me and you, don't tell anybody, right now I'm working on a little baseball collection. So this is one of them. One of the mascots I plan to work on. And then right after that, after this one, I should be working on a Phillies design. Haven't shown anybody yet. So, all right, I'm just going to draw this little highlight at the bottom of the eye. And let's turn this white. How old am I? That is a great question. Well, just to make sure nobody steals my identity, I'm going to keep it pretty broad. I'm in my 30s. In my 30s. So, not too old and not too young. I'm in this middle ground where I feel young, but, I definitely have more than enough responsibilities. 14? Breedio 14? All right. Okay. I feel like, how old was I when I started drawing? I feel like I started getting into artwork around 6th grade. I don't remember what age that is. I'm pretty sure it's not 14, but that's when I started to get into art. King Basketball, what is good? How is everything? Thanks for joining. So for new people that are joining, that might not know who I am, my name is Anderson Bluu. I'm a graphic designer, illustrator. I'm from New York. I do a few things, but the thing that most people know me for is I create limited edition artwork inspired by my love of basketball. Well, I should really say inspired by my love of sports, sneakers, and pop culture. Hence why I'm drawing Mr. Met. That's part sneaker. So do we have any other fellow artists out there? And what I would like to know is, where's everybody from? Keep it pretty broad though, because we're on the internet and this is definitely being taped. So for everybody's protection, keep it pretty broad. Keep it to state where you're from. Like I said, I'm from New York. One of the greatest places in the world, depending on who you ask. But in my opinion, New York is at its best in the summertime and during Christmas. After that, it's okay. The cold is the thing I don't like. Burrito, you want me to draw King? I'm assuming King Bob from that's a minion, right? King Bob. So I've yet to see a Minion movie. I just know they exist. Should I add that to my to-do list? I feel like I should. I was gonna say it's Pixar, but I don't think it is. I forget who's pumping out these Minion movies. Maybe DreamWorks, maybe. All right. So there's a few ways I could do this. I'm gonna do this by just creating shapes of the inside of his face. That's what's happening right now. Could this be done in Photoshop? Yes, but I can have my own method that I like to follow, so I don't like to change anything unless I have a reason to do so. All right, so far we have the face and the eyes somewhat done. We're gonna go to his lips. And by the way, for the people that don't know, this is a sneaker I'm referencing right over here. This is the new Mets Nike SB sneaker that's dropping, I think, at the end of the month. And this is the Mr. Met, for people that might not know. I don't know why the Yankees don't have a mascot. I don't understand that, but that's Mr. Met. And this is my spin on Mr. Met. From Canada, shout out to all my people in Canada. Usually once a year I would go to Canada, have family over there. I don't think that's happening this year due to my schedule, but big fan of Toronto, big fan of Montreal. The food is amazing in Montreal. If you ever have an opportunity to go, please go. Do it for me, please. Food is too good. I'm not a poutine person though. That's like a heart attack waiting to happen. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and you're gonna draw the bottom lip. And then after I trace all of this, I'm gonna go back, add the colors, and then I'm gonna add like the black stroke. And whenever I'm doing this, I keep it pretty, how do I say this? I don't go too much into detail. Just because if there's anything I want to edit, it's going to be harder to do so if I add in all the details. Where do I want to go next? You know what? Let's go. We're going to work on this little side stitching right here that we're looking at. Another thing, as I'm doing this, I'm trying to think of is like, what colors am I going to do this in? I'm going to stick to the sneaker, but the sneaker is gray. It's pretty much a gray colorway, so I don't know how I feel about that. I like to have my design look a little bit more colorful than that. I would like to add some orange and blue, stick to that iconic Mets colors. But what I'm thinking is maybe I'll find some type of middle ground. All right, cool. Everything looks pretty good so far. Bree Scott says do a long video. So when you say do a long video, like, yeah, you have to break that down. I'll be honest with you. Like showing the entire process of me drawing this from the top to bottom. Whoops, gotta do that again. I used to do that in the past. Who knows? I might get back into it. Haven't done it in a while. Neon Edits, what is going on? How is everything? Thanks for joining. So after I do this, I'm going to zoom out a little bit and show you where we're at. And you guys can't see this, but just so you guys know, I'm drawing on like a little tablet. Looks like an iPad. Pretty much connects to the computer screen that you guys see. So I could, rather than click on everything, I could draw everything freehand, which is nice. Help to speed up the process. Gotcha. All right, so we're gonna do this last shoelace. In fact, I'll zoom out again so you guys can see. So like I said, to new people jumping on, right here, this is my spin on Mr. Met. This is the actual Mr. Met, who looks very vintage. I like the vintage style. But this is my version of Mr. Met. It's part Mr. Met, part sneaker, like you see right over here. And right now I am drawing in the shoelaces. Neon Edits, I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually making a promise to myself to go live more. So last year, wow, I can't believe it's last year. It might be 2 years ago. Everything's a blur with like, due to, I don't even want to say what we're dealing with because I don't want this to get flagged. But in the last 2 years with all the craziness going on. But I used to go on Twitch a lot and do lives. Twitch is his own monster. And then I decided to recommit myself to YouTube, which I'm very happy that I did. So I'm thinking about going live more often, as you could see, and do it for a year, see what happens, see where I land. I enjoy Twitch, but I prefer going live on YouTube. Especially since, you know, if you missed this video, it's still, you could always come back, you could watch it. I think that, my friends, is a very big deal. All right, so we got the laces, which I actually might start coloring. So to make sure everything looks where I need it to be. Let's see, as I do, is anything going on? Oh yeah, by the way, quick announcement, not really announcement, but it's what's going on. If you're in DC, not sure if anybody here is on DC, but coming to DC August 20th and 21st. I'll be there for SneakerCon DC. I'll be in the building talking about a new project that's coming out in August. I'm gonna leave it at that. Big project. I've been working on this project for the last 2 years, and we are right at the finish line. And as soon as I can talk about it, I will. My newest collaboration, can't wait. And yeah, it will be there at SneakerCon DC. So stay tuned. Bree, just trying to read what you were saying. You want me to draw different characters? Sorry, it's a little hard to read. But yeah, feel free to write it again. Let's try orange. Don't know if I'm going to keep it. Let me know if you guys like the orange laces. I try to keep it close to the sneaker, but, you know. Also try not to be tied to the sneaker too much. I'll also draw the hat, the little hat popping off. I thought that was cool. I thought that was a nice little touch. Can't be a baseball mascot without the baseball cap, I always say. But yeah, coming to DC if you're in the area, definitely come out. It's going to be a good time. I'll be there with some of my newest prints, talking to everybody. Haven't been to DC since 2019, which is crazy to me. Big fan of DC. The food's amazing. I'll go anywhere, wherever the food's amazing, to be honest with you. And I think I'm going to color this hat blue. How do we feel about that, chat? Should we go with a blue hat? I know you see an orange highlight, but I like blue for obvious reasons. but maybe I don't know. I think Metz is more of a royal blue. I think I can make that work. All right, go ahead and close this out. Perfect, just straighten this up a little bit. For some reason it is not, oh, nope, it is. I was gonna say it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing. Sometimes folks just gotta do it all over again. It's the easiest way, just to do it all over again. There you go. Journey does art. What is going on? Thanks for joining. Welcome to the chat, my friend. And now I'm going to go ahead, add some of the line work. And I'm gonna go ahead and draw the outline. And what I'll do is I'll color in this hat with the shadows and all that other fun stuff so you guys can see what look we're going for. It's gonna take a few minutes for me to get there with Mr. Met. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the, I guess, the crown of the cap. And I'm definitely, like I said, right now I'm freehanding this, even though I'm copying my work, but I'm gonna see how this looks, and then I'm probably gonna edit it so it looks the way that I like it. A lot of stuff that I do is gotta feel it out. Always gotta feel it out. I usually go with an idea, but you know, I don't try to stay tied to that idea. So I'm gonna turn this, it could be orange actually. Yep, almost forgot this part. Almost forgot this part. Go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead actually. Almost forgot this part of the cap. All right, see what we got here. What do we got for Mr. Met here? We have blue. That might be a little too blue for me. Might be a little bit too blue for me, son. All right. Let's try. I'm not in love with this blue, but that's just a little too blue. I sound crazy. Talking about, this should work. All right, cool. And hit this blue right here. That will definitely be changed, but all right, you guys agree? Like the blue? I like the blue too. Push that to the back. Let's make this orange black so it doesn't blind my eyes. And then we're going to there you go. All right, the hat's starting to look like a hat a little bit. We're just gonna also follow the shadowing over here. Dope. Push this up a little bit. All right, let's talk about shading. Hat looks pretty good to me. So this, the inside should definitely be darker. So let's try this color. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it to that, but we'll leave it with that for right now. And then this right here, we're gonna darken the bottom of the hat. It's a part of it, not all of it. So I would say, whoops. So I'm gonna say right about here, And then we're going to swoop up. And let's see how this looks. And I wonder if we have any other graphic designers in here. If a graphic designer, go ahead, drop a message. Right now I'm doing some graphic design tricks. Cool. And then just trying to figure out where the shadowing should be. So it should be right. So I usually like to have the sun overhead on the left side in all my drawings, try to stay consistent. So why not do the same with this, right? All right, cool. And then let's see. So I'm gonna do something called a clipping mask, which just pretty much allows me to keep my shadow in the shape. Like that. And this is a good start. I'm gonna continue playing with it later, but I just needed to do some of the shadowing. So what do we think? We're gonna stick with the blue hat. I like the blue hat. I don't know about you guys, but I like the blue hat. All right, folks, that's it. We're done. We got a hat. I'm totally joking. We're not done. Let's see. What should I work on next? We got the laces. We got the hat. We got some of the face starting to come alive. Let's work on. Oh, let's work on the tongue of the sneaker. Let's work on the tongue of the sneaker. So I'm a fan of not being sued. So as you can see, I created a quick New York logo. Nothing too crazy. As much as it would make a lot of sense to use the Mets logo, but for obvious reasons, I cannot do that. Unless the Mets want to do a collab, then please shoot me an email. I would be more than happy to. But the good news is you get the gist. You see a bull, orange and blue. You see NY. You know exactly what this means. Whoops. All right, cool. Then usually I do the line work at the end, but I'll do some of it right now. Line right there. Then we're gonna draw the tag. So one person was asking me the other day, how long does it take me to do these designs? Honestly, the thing that takes the longest would probably be me sketching everything out just to get the idea. Once I have the idea, it's pretty much smooth sailing from there. But sometimes, some days the ideas come in one day, and other days they come. Other times it could take weeks or a month. So I wish there was a way to speed it up, but I would say on average, I could do a design a week if I'm not doing anything else. But you know, it just depends on my schedule. What I would like to do is be able to do a design. This is not connected somewhere. I like to do a design once every few days. That's the goal. Nope. Why is it? So what am I doing? So anytime, so this line that I'm using, if everything doesn't connect, it pretty much won't work together. So I'm just going through it to make sure that everything is aligned just the way that I need it. I should do an art challenge. Like, what kind of art challenge? I've done a few. What kind of art challenge were you thinking? I'm all ears. Let's bring this down. Perfect. All right, I can go back and do that. It's not that important. All right, I'll do the New York later. I have some of this. So now anytime I do anything, I like to go back and make sure everything lined up the way that I needed it to. This it kind of sort of does. As you could see from the click, or as you could hear from the clicking, I guess, I'm doing a little bit of mouse and hand at the same time. All right, I think that looks pretty good so far. All right, let's zoom out. Let's see where we're at. So I have the swoosh check, have part of the sneaker material. I would say I'm about, man, 30–40% done. All right. Where do I want to go next? How about this? Let's go the side of Mr. Met's head. So once I traced everything in, I'll be able to start coloring in, start adding the details like I did with the hat. In fact, I'm going to save, because the one thing you do not want to do is so Neon Edit says maybe like a different styles, including cartoon, pop art, anime, something else. Yeah, I could do that. That would be fun. Are we talking about like as a full length YouTube video? Are we talking about like a YouTube Shorts? I should do another glitch effect. Yeah, I haven't done one of those in a while. That is very, very true. Maybe I go back to some of, maybe what would be cool is if I show you a design that I've done, you guys could tell me which one I could turn to a glitch effect. That would be, I'm all about that. I think the last glitch effect one I did was Bugs Bunny, I think. It was a while ago, so don't quote me on that. YouTube Shorts. See? Journey does art, see? I like your style. Trying to save me time, I'm all about that. Oh, you're talking about YouTube. Definitely make sure you check out the Minion video I put out and the Tails video. Whoops, what is that doing there? A lot more full-length tutorial videos coming soon. It just takes a little bit to edit, so it doesn't happen as fast as the shorts, but definitely just as good. I would say even better. And we do line work right here. We got to add the stitching. Show you a cool little trick we have here. So I'm just going to draw this line right here, right? You see that line? And I'm just going to turn it to black, and then this little cool little effect we have here. Automatically change it to stitching. And I would say it should look something like this. Let's go with this. Boom, we got stitching. Oh, the perks of graphic design. And we also got to add this line over here. Okay, get rid of that stitching because I don't need that at the moment. Nope. Started freaking out on me. Neon Edits, thanks for hanging out. See you next time. All right. What color should we make Mr. Met? That is a question. We're gonna go with gray or we're gonna go with white. I say, what do we have here? It could be gray. Guess I'm just gonna have to play with it and figure it out. I feel like white, but I'm not sure. You know what? Let's draw on his tongue, because that we know is red. It's so funny. I'll go through this entire thing trying to figure out the color, and literally I spend days just trying different things out. It's all the behind the scenes. It's all the behind the scenes scene things that you guys don't see. And then we're gonna little cool cartoon effect on his tongue. I'm gonna turn this red. As soon as I find the red color, great. And then we're gonna add a little bit of shadowing to it. How should I do this? Shadowing right here. I think it's probably not going to be the red shadow I'm going to use, but I'm going to use it for right now. And put this behind. Whew, Lord, that's blinding. Let's fix that. One of these reds got to change, folks. I don't know what it is, but I know which one it is, but. So another cool thing this program has is it has color harmonies, just in case you don't want to blind yourself with colors, or just in case you struggle with colors, which could definitely happen to me from time to time. Let's try this. And I'm actually gonna make this tone a little lighter. And I'm gonna change this, probably too dark. I'm gonna leave it like this for now. I'll go back. And then, let's see. Gotcha. Add a little bit more shadowing. That looks about right to me. And then same thing. Cool. That looks pretty good. Tongue is done. Then let's see. We can go ahead and close up the bottom lip. And oh, now I'm warmed up. Now I'm I want to connect these points. That was not the way to do it, Anderson. That was not the way to do it. All right, cool. And right here, I'm going to see this little black thing. I'll just draw it out myself. Nope. I was going to say something's not right here. But don't worry, we figured it out. I'm going to leave that right here. It'll make sense in a second. So how are we looking? Right now, we got some of the face done. We got to do the Nike swoosh. We got to do the side of his face. We're making good time. I'm going to be honest with you. We are making really good time. No, let me finish his face. And by the way, if you guys have any questions, art related, graphic design related, or just, I don't know, just questions in general, feel free to ask away. Every now and then I'm trying to look up to make sure I didn't miss anything. It's funny. I was telling my friend the other day that when it comes to baseball, I have no alliance, like which team. Like I prefer the Yankees, because just growing up we had like that crazy run during the '90s. We were like unstoppable, and that was fun. I don't know what's going on today, but I don't mind the Mets. I feel like I went to more Mets games than Yankee games, so I'm like a little in between. But I hear the Mets are doing good this year, so that's shocking. Happy to hear that. Shocking because most New York teams suck. That's why I say that. I take no pride in saying that. It's just a fact. Let's clean that up a little bit. All right. So right now we have this swoosh logo. Yeah, let's do that because we already know what color that's going to be. It's going to be blue. But it could change depending on whatever color I choose for Mr. Met here. But the more I think about it, the more making it white with a little bit of grays here and there is the right move. Even though I do like the gray jerseys whenever they bust those out. And I'm pretty sure they have the pinstripe ones for the Mets also. How's that look? Looking pretty smooth. We are almost done getting everything. Then I really can get started coloring everything in. We're going to do the side stitching right here. Gonna make this correction for this because I don't know what happened here. In fact, I think I need to just come on. You got this. There you go. And then, you know what? Let's do this side, the left side. So I actually drew this design when I was at when I was in SneakerCon Vegas. Towards the end of the show started to slow down a little bit. And then somebody was actually showing me the sneaker. I was just like, wait, the Mets are coming out with a sneaker? Like, wait, what are you talking about? He's like, no, not the Mets, but the person that designed it with the Mets in mind. I'm like, oh, okay. Huh. I'm like, I like the Mets. When I was a kid, I used to play some baseball. I was like, huh. I was like, I don't think I've done a baseball design. Let's do a baseball design. And just like that. And then after I did one, I'm like, huh, let's do another one. But I think you guys are really going to like the Phillies one. I'm probably going to go live with... Yeah, I'll probably do that one live too. So as you can see at the bottom, try to keep some of these sneaker elements in there, because I thought that would have been fun. Just have to, there you go, kind of worked itself out. Just gonna add this one piece of line work right here. Let's do this now so I don't have to do it later. Let's make this 4. Let's see if 5 is enough. That might work. So yeah, I just created a brush just so I could stop, be a little easier for me to draw these things out. Should did it earlier, but I guess it's being lazy about it. After all that, it was right the first time. Like I said, folks, this is it's a process. Cool. Now we're going to go ahead and I'll go back and do the stitches. In fact, I'm going to do some of the black lining. Pull back a little bit. And what's cool about this is, like, depending on how hard I press, it can go from light to thick, or it can go from thick to light, which is nice. It gives like that, feels like I'm drawing on paper a little bit. I don't know how some people do it, but I have a few friends that they'll do literally everything from start to finish on their iPad. I can't do that, but I definitely respect it. So the good news is we are almost set to color this bad boy in. We just have I can actually get rid of this. So got a few things to do, but we are right there. I'll leave the stitching alone. I finish this and then I'm going to save this actually. God forbid the power gets cut off or something crazy like that. Nope, that's not it. Zoom in a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. That's better. Much better. I don't know what happened here, but we're going to correct this. And then just needs one little line to go across. Zoom in a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. Guess I'll change that color later. Cool, looks good to me. Let's change this to black, the color that it should be. There you go. There you go, looks much better. Now we're going to go ahead and add these little lines. See the details, like once I get past having to trace what I originally did, it gets much faster. Thinking to myself, yeah, believe it or not, I think I'm good to start coloring. Just add another layer. So let me think here. I guess this could be gray, but is that what I want to do? I'm not sure. So let me do this. Let me go and let me do the eye first. I'll start off with that. Go ahead, start coloring. Black looks fine. Just gonna raise this up a little bit. So now like I'm really going over the fine details, make sure everything's the way that I want it. And then I'm just going to draw like a little half a circle right there. And I'll do the same thing right here. It's a little too, there you go. It's a little too thick. Let's bring that down. Then, I don't see much of a difference because it's going to be in white, but there you go. And the same thing for this one. Oh, that's what I have to do. And then I'm going to make sure the eye fits inside of the eye. I don't know why that was so weird to say, but you get what I'm saying. There you go. Then what is going on right here? What is happening? There you go. That's much, much better. Just look a little crazy for a second. Let's draw this little shiny thing we have here. And I think I'm going to try to keep this as close as the baseball color. I mean, the mascot color, which is white. I'm going to add some grays in there, here and there. That's what I'm thinking right now. Probably going to change my mind, but that's where I'm at the moment. In fact, I'm going to turn this light gray so I can see what's going on here. Ain't nothing light about that gray. You know what? The grays don't look too bad. WSam210, what is good? I'm at the gray actually. Huh, who would have thought? And then, it's $1 million question. Sorry folks, just trying to figure out the coloring. I guess what I'll do right here is make this a light gray for the shadowing, of course. This might be a little too dark though. You gotta find like that the in-between gray. And then we're gonna drop this exactly where the eye is. Okay, try this again. We're gonna drop this right behind the eye actually. And then, I'm seeing what's going on here. Also, try it again. Also add some shading over here in the eye. So the key for this is just trying to find the right colors. You'd be shocked on how just tweaking a little bit of a color makes a huge difference. I don't know if this gray is too dark, but it's like one way to find out. It's got to use it. There are plenty of times I'll go back after I thought I had the color figured out, and I'll say to myself, nah, this isn't it. This ain't it. And then let's see if I turn this to white. All right, not too bad. It's also, let's see. Definitely gonna make that darker. I'll go back and do that. I guess I could, you know what? I'll make this more complicated than it needs to be, right? That's what I always say. We're gonna follow the stitching pattern that I had from before. He's gonna bring this down just a little bit. And this is definitely gonna be gray. I think that's a good idea. And I might want to switch the stitchings a little bit. That looks. I don't know why I did that. When I could just use the shortcuts. How are we looking with this going? Starting to get there. As you can see, I have to add the background, as you can see right here. And I still gotta do the baseball stitching, which is very important. How did he draw the baseball? I guess I'll be drawing the baseball stitching the Anderson Bluu way. Let's try that one more time. And oh, I know how to do this. Okay, get rid of that stitching. I want to see something here. See if this works. I'm freestyling something. I'm gonna see if this works. I think it will though. I could do it this way, but I could see how I might run into issues. Let's make this a little. Let's see if I could do this. You know what? I should do a little trick here real quick. Let's see if I could do this really quickly. So I'm gonna turn this into a pattern, so I have to draw it every single time because it'll take me forever to do this. So that's not what we want. Yep, that should work. And then as soon as I find the option, oh, that's right, it's over here. And for my sanity, I'm actually going to change the color to like red or orange or whatever. And I'm going to drop this right in here. I'm trying to remember. This should work. Don't quote me on this. We're going to freestyle on this right now. Ha, it worked. So now, boom. And get rid of this. That's fine. And then just one more over here. And I could turn this whole thing into red actually, so it blends. Let's see, back up. Do we have some baseball stitching? It's probably not gonna be red, but think it looks like baseball stitching. I'm going to go back and double check. Look at it with a fresh pair of eyes. Let's twist this a little bit. I'm just going to do one more right here. That definitely needs to be cleaned up, but that's okay though. Oh, I didn't switch brushes. What am I doing? Change this to black. This is starting to come together. Let's do a little bit of shading on the laces. I like the orange laces. I think that's, I'm happy how that came out, actually. So I like to do the shading and then the highlights right after. I just put orange on top of orange. All right. I don't know if it's gonna be it, but I'll give it a good old college try. Khalib, I hope I said it correctly. What is going on? If I mispronounced your name, I apologize. My heart was in the right spot though. Thanks for joining the live. You came at the best part. I'm literally coloring my newest design. Showing you guys the behind the scenes on how it all happens. Then we're gonna do one last one right over here. Nope. That did not work. Let's try this again. Yep, folks. The orange laces, I think, is here to stay. I actually have a pair of these sneakers on the way to me as we speak. And I hope they come with orange laces. That would be nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Starting to come together, starting to get there. I think I'm gonna make the hat come out a little further. I could do it right now, I guess. Actually. Give the hat some air. You know what? I'll move the hat at the end, just in case. All right, where are we, folks? We are an hour in, and this looks. Let's take a look at what we have so far. As you can see, some of it's colored in. I still have to do the background, like the black stroke. I'm gonna do that. In fact, I could just so you guys get an idea of what's happening here. You know what? That might not be the place to do that. Yeah, you know what? All right, folks, we are an hour in. This is as far as we've gotten. Looks pretty good. I'll probably finish this up later on tonight. This was fun. Thanks for hanging out. Mr. Met coming really, really soon. Hope you guys enjoyed what you saw so far. Had fun putting this together. And yeah, I think I'm going to bring the plane down here, guys. And I will be back live hopefully soon with another design or to finish this up. And if you want to see me finish this up, just drop a comment. And if you've been watching, definitely don't forget to subscribe. All right, guys, this is Anderson Bluu. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be back really soon, and hopefully back with this design. All right, guys, peace.